Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. We will continue our discussion. So here we are seeing how it is, how living entity, the world age is going to attack the living entities, the Chandavagas. So this is a very important aspect. So generally what happens is, what are the three important practices to become free from fear? So first is Shrotavya, Kirtitavya, Smartavya, Ichchata Abhayam. The first is listening about Krishna, talking about Krishna, and remembering Krishna. Because that is the first question Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami. Because we are all going to be fearful of death. And then he says Anukirtanam, Kirtan that never stops. When glorification of Krishna becomes our essential nature, this is the singular practice for those seeking complete freedom from fear. And what are now the most important question is what interrupts our Kirtan? So we know the solution that we all have to perform this Kirtan, Anukirtanam, which is what Sukadeva Goswami is telling. But what stops? The first thing, uh, first is anarthas, unwanted things in the heart. Second is the insults, that is offenses, which the opposition of glorification. We are supposed to glorify Krishna, but instead insulting his devotees, which means an offense. So the root cause. Now, what is the cause of these two things? The root cause is material self identification. So, continuing to identify with matter, that means with the body, attachments, and material desires. So, we feel I know better, I understand how it should be. So, then what happens? The consequence is that we still have some desires. Now, we all have, I should have a better house, better car, better this thing, better that thing. We all, whoever is keeping this material desire, they will definitely commit offenses and they will have this anarthas. So as long as we are identifying, oh, my children should be going abroad, I should be abroad, I should have this, I should have this. Any of these material desires is actually causing us commit insults. So material attachments, material desires, and identification with matter. So these are the things which are not making us anukirtanam, continuous kirtan. Now to overcome material identification, understand that everything around us is manifestation of Krishna's energy. The trees that grow, the sun above us, the sky we see, and we are all small creatures which are around, by Lord's arrangement. We are all crawling around. The Lord. So when we think we need something else, there is only one thing, that is Krishna we need. So what is happening is everything what we are seeing now. I want this car, I want this house, I want this, but it is Krishna only. It is his energy. Ultimately, I want Krishna who is behind it. But because I am not able to see Krishna, I am seeing the things around. I think maybe I want to have name and fame. Maybe I want to have some other material things. But you don't need material things. You want the person who is behind it. That is Krishna. Because it's manifestation of Krishna only. Ultimately, if you remember Krishna book, forward by George Harrison. Everybody is looking for Krishna. So it is Krishna only who is manifesting as car, he's manifesting as house, he's manifesting as iPhone 17. And he is only manifesting us all these things which we are aspiring for, some love, something. It is all Krishna only who is manifesting. That means when we think we need something else, we should understand there is only Krishna everywhere. So whatever experience we have, experience of happiness, experience of frustration, good or bad circumstances, it should lead to one conclusion. I need only Krishna. So when I first took Prabhupada book, I went and in Tirupati I purchased. So very long back, I was working that time. Then I went and took the book, and what touched me most is this only. Prabhupada writes, "You are unhappy because you are away from Krishna." So that made me as why should I be away from Krishna? I'll go and be with Krishna, then I'll be happy. So whenever I used to, after that, I used to go for my office and come back. I used to see some beggars. I used to look at them and say they are suffering because they are away from Krishna. And then I used to look at me and I say I am also suffering because I am away from Krishna. So, so not fighting the bad and starving for the good, striving for the food, but rejecting both. So, what we are doing is we are fighting for the bad. That means we want to make sukha pravrti and dukkha nivrti. That is what we are trying to do. We are trying to fight which are inconvenience in our life and trying to gain some comforts in our life. But we should reject both, but choose Krishna. So that is the standard that is given. Like what Krishna is doing, he is giving us board exam, and Krishna is like a teacher. He gives the test. So we give wrong answer all the time. Whenever Krishna asks, at the time of death, Krishna says, "Do you want me?" He says, "No." I start crying for my wife. I start crying for my husband, my children, my house, my property. And Krishna is waiting. When will you cry for me? I'll take you back to my abode. I'm not crying for Krishna. I'm crying for these material things. Krishna says, "Okay, don't cry. I'll give you again." So again, he will give another birth, and where we continue having the same thing, same house, wife, children, husband, and whatever. So every time we sit for exam, we fail. Krishna says, "Sit again. You have failed." So we have to take back the exam. So one life. If you say, "Krishna, enough is enough. I don't want it." So then Krishna says, "Very good. Come with me." The simple lesson we must learn is one task is to clean our heart, not to uh, be successful in this world. That is not needed. No need to. That is passion and ignorance. To be successful in the world, the desire is of passion and ignorance. We should be very clear. We don't need to be any success in this world because that is not needed. We want to get out of this world. That is success for us. So, how Brahma creates this world after his long night, Brahma wakes up, and when he creates, he is meditating on the Lord. Now, this is very important because 72,000 channels in the body, the soul living through any of them, it will remain in this material world. So, this is we should know. Now, what is happening is we are living our body in some of these channels, and then there are 72,000. Only one channel leads to liberation. So Mooladhara. So then Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, and Vishuddha. Then Sahasra. So Sahasrasa, that is the where the yogis leave their body because they know that I don't want to come back. But so for devotees, that Krishna will take care. But we should be willing to. Each chakra represents. This is very important point. Each chakra represents a level of consciousness. Staying at any level keeps us in this material world only. So what is deciding our position is our level of consciousness. So which level of consciousness I am living my body determines where I am going to be in this material world. So it's very simple. Now whatever I am state of consciousness, I am going to live the body in that state of consciousness only. It's not that some magic is going to happen at the end of life. Suddenly, I'll remember Krishna. I'll go back from back to Godhead. Not possible like that. You have that consciousness of Vaikuntha people. You have the consciousness of Goloka. Then only. If I keep envy, if I keep hatred, if I keep any negativity about anyone, immediately it affects. Like one Mataji, she called very nice devotee. So her life there was a tragedy. So tragedy in the sense one person he said he will marry but he cheated, and now she is seriously practicing in one of the dhams. And then she told And she was taking classes for the family members also. And now, after 2 years, now she says, Proj, I am very grateful to this person. Because of him, na, I am very nicely chanting. I not only forgave him, I even pray for him. And that is why she is able to chant, because she never kept any negativity in the heart. So that is how our heart should be. No negativity for anyone. Our heart, that means that is anarthas. So then she is able to peacefully chant, and she's telling, previously I used to always wait for the mobile when the person will call, when I text, when I talk to him. But now for days together I don't even look for mobile. And she's so seriously practicing, and not only just maybe 1 2 months. No, from 2 years she is doing. She you call, you send a message or anything, you will not get reply because she don't even look at mobile. Now she's telling, I am very happy now, I'm very nicely doing. And uh, so why I understood why she got that, because she is very grateful for Krishna. Whatever situation, she is not taking it negative, she is accepting it Krishna's will. And that's why she's able to do it. And she's actually orphan, she lost her mother and father. uh, so that's situation for her, and she want to continue. That is good only for her. So the point what I want to tell is that the conditioning which in the heart, na, that is holding us from doing all these things. The consciousness. So now what level of consciousness she is having? So for her it is making so easy. And she don't want to talk anybody, because she says, Proji, this is all material, I want to all talk about Krishna. And she's not just superficial, like some people get markata vairaga for few days they will do and leave it. This is not the case like that. Very serious case. So sometimes now we don't know the devotees. They are around us very seriously practicing. We identify and just take that one quality from them, like Prem Gorang Pru came. So nobody knows actually such an exalted person. So it's how we miss some good qualities in devotees. They are very simple. They don't want to be held, because Krishna gives name, fame, and other things very easily. But devotion you don't give. So we have to identify devotees. They will not be in limelight, because Krishna, they know if I come limelight I may lose, and they want to be very humble, simple. I know some. I don't want to name some devotees because they are in Vrindavan. I go, I see them. So wonderful devotees, and completely focused, dedicated in the little service they do. That is actually what is needed. So then, the fear for death, which is going to come for all of us, will not happen, because the focus is something very high. So here the Chandavegas are attacking, which is going to happen to all of us. And uh, so here Prabhupada is trying to help us understand this. So the living entity resides within the body and struggle for existence with limbs of body, which are referred to here as citizens and friends. So one can struggle alone with many soldiers for some time, but not for all time. So living entity within a body can struggle up to the limit of 100 years with good luck. But after that, it is not possible to prolong the struggle. So everybody, we all have to face this. So King Puranjana collected taxes in the city known as Panchal, and thus was able to engage in sexual indulgence. Being completely under the control of women, he could not understand that his life was passing away and that he was reaching the point of death. So this is the important thing. People enjoy, then the lifespan passes very fast. If we are not doing sense gratification, we are conscious, then every day it is, then we can utilize it properly. Otherwise, we forget when we do sense gratification. The time passes very fast. And even Pururava, he also get the same experience. 100 years goes like a second. Prabhupada read government men, including kings, presidents, secretaries, and ministers, are in the position to utilize tax collected from citizens for sense gratification. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that In this Kali Yuga, government men, Rajanyas, and those connected with the government are well as exalted government ministers, secretaries, and presidents will all simply collect taxes for sense gratification. The government's is top heavy with increasing taxes. The government cannot maintain itself. When taxes are collected, they are utilized for sense gratification of government officials. Such irresponsible politicians forget that there is a time when death will come to take away all their sense gratification. So this is the very important thing, and that's why the atheistic theory is Charvak theory. Drinam kritva gatam pivet yavat jivet sukham jivet. But Prabhupada said this philosophy of those who are too much materially addicted, such philosophizing will not save one from danger of death, nor will it save one from any abominable afterlife. So the point is in Rajoguna and Tamoguna, people are considering this as success and going ahead. But we should know that this is not success. Not so much money is not success. So much of realization is success for us. If we have to keep ourselves in goodness, because if we come to passion and ignorance, we'll also get carried away. That is the effect of Kali. Kali makes sure that we get carried away with passion and ignorance. That's why these gadgets are all and passion. So if we are holding on to them and seeing whatever is coming in that, we are getting carried away by that passion. We have to restrict ourselves so that we don't get carried away. Children, we should help children. We should help first ourselves. Then we should help the people who are under us so that they don't get carried away by mode of passion. This is Kali's effect. So uh, Narada is telling, my dear King Prachini Barshi, at the time, the daughter of formidable time was seeking her husband throughout the three worlds. Although no one agreed to accept her, she came. So this is Prabhupada is telling, in due course of time, when body becomes old, practically invalid, it is subjected to jara, the suffering of old age. There are four basic kinds of suffering. Birth, old age, and disease. No scientist or philosopher can ever solve this. So Prabhupada writes, the invalidity of old age known as jara is frequently figuratively explained here as the time of daughter. So old age is time of daughter. So, sorry, old age is daughter of time. So very nicely, she is she is very dear to time. So she comes with everyone. After due course of time, we are all going to get it. And the daughter of time was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durbhaga, ill fated. However, she was once pleased with a great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction. So, this is about. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings Saba Sukha Bhagala. All kinds of happiness disappears in old age. All the best for all of us. Everybody is going to get it. So we cannot stop only. And what happens? All the happiness will disappear in old age. So then for us, if you don't enjoy only, na, then there is no pain. See, the analogy is given like this. You have two options. One option is if you like if you are you have to run on a hot sand without a chappal where your legs are burning. Second option is your legs will be cut. In these two types of pain, which one will you choose? Leg cutting or running on a hot sand? You don't have option. You have only two options. So it is better to run on the hot sand than to lose our legs, right? So similarly, the point is, if you enjoy, the pain is like cutting the legs. If you don't enjoy, also there is pain. If you are not enjoying sense gratification, there is pain. But the pain is like running on a hot sand. But if you enjoy, the pain which is going to come is like losing the legs. We have option now. So whenever you are enjoying something, you can think, if I enjoy this, I will lose my legs. If I don't enjoy, I'm just running on a hard sand. Better is I run on a hard sand, don't enjoy only. So consequently, likes old age or no one likes old age or jara. So this pain, all kinds of happiness disappears, but we never enjoy it only, so it does not cause pain if we didn't enjoy only. So thus the Jara, as the daughter of time, is known as most unfortunate daughter. She was, however, at once accepted by King Yayati. Yayati was cursed by his father-in-law, Shukracharya, to accept her. And Shukracharya's daughter was married to King Yayati. One of her friends named Sarmishta went with her. Later, King Yayati became very much attached to Sarmishta, and Shukracharya's daughter complained to father. Consequently, Sukracharya cursed Yayati to become permanently old. King Yayati had four youthful sons. He begged all his sons to exchange youth for his old age. No one agreed except youngest son Puru. Upon accepting Yayati's old son, Puru was given kingdom. It is said that two of Yayati's other sons were disobedient to their father and who were given kingdoms outside India, most probably Turkey and Greece. The purport is that one can accumulate wealth and all kinds of opulence, but most important, but during old age, one cannot enjoy them. See, what is the value of wasting our time in accumulating if you cannot enjoy only? Better do something. There is some pain if not enjoying, but that is better than the pain which we are going to get afterwards. Although Puru attained his father's kingdom, he could not enjoy all opulence, for he has sacrificed his youth. One should not wait for old age in order to become Krishna conscious. Due to the invalidity of old age, one cannot make progress in Krishna consciousness, however opulent he may be materially. So, what people are trying to do, they are trying to overcome old age, which is not possible anyway. So, this is kadachit atmana sa brahmaloka mahim gatam varer bhadravaram mam tu jananti kama mohita. When I was once on this earth from Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system, the utter of time, wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and approached that I accept her. Now, Narada Muni did not. Now, the great sage Narada Muni was Naishtik Brahmachari, that is, never had sex life. He was consequently an evergreen youth. Old age Jara could not attack him. This is important. The old Narada will never become old. He never, Jara cannot attack him. He's always young only. So people want to remain young, they have to practice this Naishtik Brahmachari. Of course, even Naishtik Brahmachari like Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and all, they also become old because this, but these rules are don't apply for people like Narada Muni. So the invalidity of old age can overcome an ordinary man, but Narada Muni was different. So he is not getting it. Taking Narada Muni to be an ordinary, the daughter of the time confronted him with her lusty desires. It requires great strength to resist a woman's attraction. It is difficult for old man and what to speak of young. Those who like as brahmacharis must follow in the footsteps of great sage Narada Muni, who never accepted the proposal of Jara. Those who are too much sexually addicted becomes victim to Jara, that means old age. So who enjoyed so much, na, they became old very fast. And very soon their lifespan is shortened. So two things are happening. They are becoming old also and lifespan span. Without utilizing the human form of life for Krishna consciousness, the victims of Jara die very soon in this world. Actually, what happens is that whatever we have enjoyed, na, that gives more pain also. And it causes the energy is lost, person dies very fast. And that's why what the yogis do, they are called urdhvaretas. So they control semen, and because of which they increase their lifespan because they want to perfect their life in one go. This life only they want to perfect it. For that they'll need time, because yogis they are practicing so much ashtanga yoga and all, they need so much time to perfect it. Now they need more time, that means they have to practice it more strictly. So that is the reason they control their breath also. So when we do sense gratification, you breathe more, and that is also reducing the age. So that is also explained. So the great sage Narada Muni continued, when I refused to accept her request, she became very angry at me and cursed me severely. Because I refused her request, she said that I would not be able to stay in one place for a long time. So this is the rolling stone and moving sadhu don't gain mass. So that means the sadhu is always traveling. Then there is no attachment for him. They don't know where he's going to stay next time. So becomes easy for him. So we should not have any property on our name. It is such a peaceful thing in life, not to have any property on name, because you will not be attached to anything. And then it is easy to depend on Krishna. Of course, not practical for grahasthas, but eventually, after some age, they should write their property to children and say, okay, fine, I'll just go to Vrindavan, stay in small place, do some preaching. After some years of preaching, they should go settle in Vrindavan, happily chant, and forget about all the family relations, properties. We should not so much bother about it. The detachment helps. Actually, detachment gives so much pleasure. That pleasure we should experience, not the attachment pleasure. So when we know that we don't have anything, that is also great pleasure, because I only have Krishna with me. Now I can directly depend on him. I should be bothered about anything. So something sometimes we clean our room. Some things are troubling so much. When we clean the room and throw away all the things which are not needed, room is clean and you feel very fresh. Mind is also very fresh. All the things which you are holding on mind is like contamination. We have to unearth us. We have to throw them out. So, Prabhupada writing, the great sage Narada has a spiritual body. Therefore, old age, disease, birth, and death do not affect him. Narada is the most kind devotee of the Supreme Lord, and his only business is to travel over the universe and preach God consciousness. In other words, his business is to make everyone a Vaishnava. Under the circumstances, there is ordinarily no need for him to stay in one place for more than the time he required to preach. Since by his own free will he is already traveling all over the universe, the cause of Kalakanya is described as fortunate. The curse of Kalakanya was described fortunate. Like Narada Muni, many other devotees of the Lord are engaged in preaching the glories of Lord in different places and different universe. Such personalities are beyond the jurisdiction of material laws. So, if you are preaching, you are very fortunate. After she was thus disappointed by me, with my permission, she approached the king of the Yavanas, whose name was Bhaya or fear, and she accepted him as her husband. So, Bhaya accepted Charan. Being most perfect Vaishnava, Sri Narad Muni is always willing to do good to others, even to one who curses him. See, this is actually what. If we are able to pray for the people who did wrong for us, we should know our chanting will be very nice. That is the formula to chant nicely. We should not have any resentment for anyone. So one day I was thinking of a person who I was having resentment. I decided, okay, today onwards, no more. I will pray for him. Immediately in the dream only, I got a encounter with that person, and then I was trying to means all the negativity. I was thinking, okay, no more. Krishna made arrangement. Okay, you want to be free, no resentment for this person. Okay, what will you do? In the dream, I tried. Okay, no more. So Krishna immediately arranges a situation. He will test you whether you are serious, and it worked. If you are doing, your chanting is becoming better, and you will be free from the lower modes. So Krishna is very merciful in that way. He helps you. So here Narada Muni, even though Jara cursed him, he's trying to do good for her. So all the Kanikanya that at of time, was refused by Narad Muni, she was given shelter. Of course, no one could give shelter, but a Vaishnava give shelter somewhere to such an unfortunate girl. So when Jara, old age, attacks everyone dwellings and deteriorates. In one stroke, Narada Muni gave shelter to Kalkanya and counterattacked the ordinary karmis. If one accepts the instructions of Narada Muni, the ocean of fear can be very quickly removed by the grace of great Vaishnava. So, if you are following Narada Muni, no fear. If you are not following, finish. So, better is if we don't want to be fearful, better to follow what Narada Muni is telling. He is fearless, he will make us fearless. So, ऋषभं यवनानां त्वां व्रणे वीर्ये पतिस्तं विपरि विपृष्टं पतिं सङ्कल्पस्त्वयि भूतानां कृतकायिर्न हृष्यति. Approaching the king of Yavana, Kalakanya addressed him as a great hero, saying, "My dear sir, you are the best of untouchables. I am in love with you. I want you as my husband. I know that no one in battle, no one is baffled if he makes friends with you." So, why this analogy is given in this way? To make us understand how they are connected, how old age is connected to fear, how this Chandavekas, the Gandharva, how they are connected. So this is all the connection that is discussed. Time, the daughter of time is Kalakanya, and her husband is this Ebbana Raja. So this is and Ebbana Raja is compared to Bhaya, the fear. So this is to make us that analogy will make us fix in our mind. Okay, what am I dealing? The word Yavananam Rishabham refers to king of Yavanas. The Sanskrit words Yavana and Mecha apply to those who do not follow Vedic principles. According to Vedic principles, one must rise early in the morning, take bath, chant Hare Krishna. After Mangalarti to the deities, study Vedic literature, take prasadam, and engage in dressing and decorating the deities. One must also collect money for temple expenditure. Or if one is a householder, he must go to work in accordance with the prescribed duties of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra. In this way, one should live a life of spiritual understanding. And this is the Vedic way of civilization. One who does not follow all these rules and regulations is called Yavana or Mlecha. So, what happens? One should not mistakenly think that these words refer to certain class of men in other countries. There is no question of limitation according to nationalism. Whether one lives in India or outside India, he is called an Avana or Mecha if he does not follow Vedic principles. This is very important. So, Avana or Mecha is not, there is no question of limitation according to nationalism. So, whether he is in India or outside, if he does not follow the principles, he is Yavana. So, presently, most of the population in India are also Yavanas and Mlechas only. One who does not actually follow the hygienic principles prescribed. So, who is an Yavana and Mlecha? If he does not, what all things he should do? He should wake up early in the morning. Vedic principles are this. Okay, we'll write it because very clearly Prabhupada is telling. You should first is you should rise early in the morning, take bath, and chant Hare Krishna, then do Mangalarti. If we are not doing any of these things, then finish. And Arti to deities, study Vedic literatures, and take prasadam, uh, engage in dressing and decorating deities. If you are not doing these things, then according to because then they are called natures and nibunas. And do your prescribed duties accordingly. Either raise temples for temple maintenance or do in this your jobs. So these are things which are to be followed. If you are doing this, then they are not yavanas and mlechas. So this is in this way one should live a life of spiritual understanding. This is Vedic way of civilization. If one does not follow these rules regulation, he is called yavana and mlecha. So very clear. So it is not by birth. If you are doing any of these things, not doing, then if a person in Krishna conscious, he can work like a young man even if he is in the 75 or 80 years old. Prabhupada is talking about himself. Prabhupada was till age of 88, Prabhupada was preaching. So work like a young man even in 75 or 80 years old. Prabhupada must be that time same age when he's writing 75. Thus, the daughter of Kalakanya cannot overcome Vaishnava. That means it didn't affect Prabhupada. He is still like Prabhupada disciples say Prabhupada was going for five programs, and devotees were not able to catch up with Prabhupada. So what they used to do, they used to do in batches. So some people used to go for morning programs, some for evening, some for night. Because and one day, and his servant was telling Prabhupada gave five programs that day, and then in the night he came and he was hearing the recording of his own lecture, what he gave there in the night. And then he used to write books also till late night. So it didn't affect him in one way. So the daughter of Kalakanya cannot overcome a Vaishnava. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami engaged in writing Chaitanya Charitamrita when he was very old. Yet he presented the most wonderful literature about the activities of Lord Chaitanya. He was not able to. That means what is here proper talking, the mind remains still young because it is very pure. Say body may become old, but mind is young. For materialistic people, na, mind becomes also very weak. Here, mind is very strong. Why? Because of practicing celibacy and also devotion. So both the things are there. So that's why old age is not attacking them. This is the important thing to understand. Why it is not attacking? Because the body may look old, but not mind. Their people are young in terms of enjoying sense gratification. They also think I am young. But that is for sense gratification. But eventually they cannot handle after some time. And Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami began their spiritual life at a very old age. That is after they retired from their occupations of family life. Yet they presented most valuable literature for the advancement of spiritual life. This is confirmed by Sri Srinivas Acharya, who praised the Goswamis in this way. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Nandena Mattaliko Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. I offer my respectful obeisances unto six Goswamis, namely Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizing and studying all revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of gopis and engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. So even in that old age also they are able to do. And Prabhupada says the jara, the effect of old age does not harass a devotee. Does not harass a devotee in the terms of their mind. They can write books at that age. So if you're writing, that means they are really very strong. This is because, see, the reason Prabhupada is writing. This is why it is not affecting. This is because the devotees follow the instructions and determination of Narada Muni. All devotees are in the disciplic section steaming from Narada Muni because they worship the deities according to Narada's direction, namely Narada Pancharatra or the Pancharatra Vidhi. A devotee following the principles of Pancharatra Vidhi as well as Bhagavat Vidhi includes preaching work, Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing and chanting the glories of Lord. The Pancharatra Vidhi includes Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanidam. Because a devotee rigidly follow the instructions of Narada Muni, he has no fear of old age, disease, and death. Apparently, a devotee may grow old, It is not subjected to the symptoms of. See, this is the point. Apparently, devotee may grow old, but is not subjected to the symptom of defeat experienced by common man in old age. His mind is very strong. Consequently, old age does not make a devotee fearful of death. The common man is fearful of death. When Jara or old age takes shelter of a devotee, Kalakanya diminishes the devotee's fear. A devotee knows that after death he is going back home, back to God. Therefore, he has no fear. Thus, instead of dispersing a devotee, advanced age helps him become fearless and thus happy. So, I was telling about Bhakti and marriage. He says, when every rising of the sun, he feels happy. He feels I am becoming closer to Krishna. So, it is not affecting actually for him. So, it should happen to us. One who does not give charity according to the customs or injunctions of scriptures, and one who does not accept charity in that way, considered to be in mode of ignorance. Such persons follow the path of foolish. Surely they must lament at the end. So, what should we do? If you don't want to be fearful, first give charity. For grihasthas, this is very much important. Uh, According to the customs or injunctions of scriptures, charity should be given properly also. And one who does not accept charity in that way, according to consent mode, it is ignorance. So it is said that one should strictly follow the scriptures. Yes, Shastra Vidhim Vitsijya Vartate Kamaga, Prabhupada writing. And then mm, one Shastric injunctions hold that householder or Kshatriya or administrator should not refuse to accept a woman if she voluntarily requests to become a wife. Since Kalakanya, the daughter of time, was reputed by Narada Muni to offer to Yavana Raja, the king should not refuse. So all transaction must be performed in the light of Shastric injunction. So Kalakanya is telling Yavan Raja, I approached you, you are a Kshatriya, you should accept me. The Shastric injunctions are confirmed by great sage like Narada Muni, as stated by Narottam Das Thakur. Shadhu Shastra Guru Vakya, Chitte Karai Akhai. One should follow the principles of saintly persons, scriptures, and time of and spiritual master. In this way, one is sure to attain success. Kalakanya, the daughter of time, presented herself before the king of Ivana precisely in terms of Sadhu Shastra and Guru. Thus, there was no reason for not accepting her. So, Ivana Raja is accepting. So he will make he when she comes, fear also comes because he is the husband. When old age comes, fear is also coming because along with the wife, husband is also coming. It's like that. So Kalakanya continued, O gentle one, I am now present before you to serve you. Please accept me and thus show me mercy. It is gentleman's greatest duty to be compassionate upon a person who is distressed. Yaman Raja, the king of Yavanas could also refuse to accept Kalakanya, daughter of time, but he considered the request due to the order of Narada Muni. Thus, he accepted Kalakanya in a different way. In other words, the injunctions of Narada Muni on the path of devotionals can be accepted by anyone within the three worlds, and certainly by the king of Yavanas. Lord Chaitanya himself requested everyone to preach the cult of Bhakti Yoga all over the world in every village and town. Preachers in Krishna conscious movement have actually experienced that even the Yavanas and Mlechas have taken to spiritual life on the strength of Narad Muni's Pancharatra Vidhi. When mankind follows the disciplic section as recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone throughout the world benefits. So Prabhupada is giving nice comparison. He says, Yavan Raja accepted, that means Yavanas and Mlechas all over the world are accepting. So whatever Mlechas and Yavanas have accepted. Okay, any comments, questions? We have something. So through which channel devotees leave body? We don't know, whatever Krishna takes. Also, what person becomes favorable when experiencing, and likewise the other ways around. So we should make right choice to do upakar uh, this on ourselves only. Yes, yeah. Also, that person becomes favorable. I experience. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we should forgive and the person becomes favorable. Yes. Uh, yes. Uh, Gorangi Gopimataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances.
Ambalojana.
Prabhu, I just want to ask, like you said, yeah, a person when he's old, because his consciousness is not Krishna conscious, or not even he has desire to be Krishna conscious, how he can leave his, how he can remember Krishna at the end of his life. So sometimes I know I actually I know the answer, but still I want to hear from you proper answer. I want to know. That's why I'm asking. Then why devotees ask, please pray for my mother or my father or somebody whom we don't know, only they say he's had an accident or he's going to die, please pray. So in what way Krishna is going to um, help them by our prayers?
Oh, actually, what happens is when we are desiring something for somebody, immediately Krishna hears that. So prayers are definitely helpful. So if I am desiring, oh, this devotee is in trouble, please Lord, please help me. So Lord immediately becomes merciful because somebody is asking for it. So we also became devotee because somebody asked, somebody desired that Krishna he should become devotee, she should become devotee. And Krishna immediately said, okay, okay, you want? Okay, let them be devotee. So it is Krishna's mercy like that. So when we pray, all prayers will be answered actually. Krishna answers prayers. And especially if you pray for others, na, that will be answered more faster than if you pray ourselves. If you are praying for others, Krishna answers it. So even if somebody is not a devotee, you pray for him, Krishna will make sure that he will get some higher destination or he will be freed from the hellish condition also. Or at least he will get some peace of mind because when a living entity is dying, is so much suffering. So when devotees come do kirtan or anything, like you may ask the Bhaktivedanta hospital doctors. So some of them they will have this experiences. So even materialistic people there may, but if some suddenly a devotee comes, like there is a story of one girl, she was suffering from cancer, and what happened? This is one US, and suddenly the mother went to laundry to take some clothes for the child back, but by misplace they got the Radharani's dupatta in the her clothes, and when the child she was suffering from cancer, she took the cloth and she liked the cloth so much and she kept with her, and just having that cloth with her, Mahaprasad of Radharani, the dupatta, she did not experience pain. And till last moment also, mother was surprised, doctor was surprised that how this girl is not suffering from any pain. She is supposed to experience so much pain, and but she, whenever the mother was taking away the cloth, the child was crying, and when the cloth is given, she became very peaceful. And then she left her body in few months, but she felt left very peacefully. And the mother was surprised, what is this special glow? She went to the laundry bag, and then they told, oh, this belongs to this Hare Krishna people. Then the mother, then they called them, and then she told, oh, this is what is this special glow? Then said, okay, you come tomorrow morning at this 7:30 time darshanarthi. And when she came, and then she saw they dressed her rather than in the same cloth, same costume. So immediately mother started crying and said, I know this must be God, I know this must be God. So the point is, even the Maha of Lord is helping non-devotees to live, to have a peace, calm mind. So when devotees are praying for somebody, immediately they get some peace of mind when they are living. And if they are suffering from some other pain, Krishna will help. So prayers are always helpful. We should pray for others all the time, and we should request devotees to pray for us also.
So, Prabhu, if somebody is not even desiring to be Krishna conscious, maybe because our prayers of the devotees, they will become, maybe they can get a desire or get an opportunity to become Krishna conscious.
Yes, yes, yes. That's how we all became devotees. Somebody prayed for us. That's why we are devotees. Otherwise, there is no chance.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Gail Mats.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, just want to follow up on this last discussion that, Krishna, he's always doing his best for all of his children, so why, how does our prayer enhance that? I mean, why would he wait for prayers to do what is in the best interest of anybody, So I'm just wondering, what is the point of praying for somebody since Krishna is already doing his best for everybody?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mata. I couldn't hear. Can you repeat? My
Yeah,
signals were poor.
no. Yeah, I'm asking why, what is the point of prayer, right? What is the point of prayer if Krishna is already doing what's in the best interest for everyone?
Will say now, if a child comes to the mother, she is always doing what is best interest in the mother. But if the child is desiring something, then mother will be pleased to do something extra for the child. So it's like that. Always mother is desiring what is good for the child. She arranges all facilities and all. But suddenly child comes says, Mama, I want to go for this party. Mother says, okay, okay. So now there is certain things because living entity has his freedom. So he also chooses to do something. And if it is in favor of things, then Krishna will help him to do it. So like we go for book distribution and we pray to Paramatma, my dear Paramatma, please inspire him
Oh,
to take this book.
oh, Prabhu, you're
So
breaking up.
Krishna. Oh, now you are able to hear?
Well, it's a little
You are able to
difficult,
hear
but
now?
it's breaking, but I'm trying.
Now it is clear?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, so what happens is that Krishna is like mother is always mother is always thinking of the welfare of child, and child need not separate. She is arranging all the things, but suddenly child says, "I want something. I want an ice cream, or I want to go for a party." The mother allows it. So because the child is also having her own independence, her own choice. If it is good, mother allows it to do. So she will give more. So Krishna is always doing good for the living entity. But say we are doing book distribution and we pray to Paramatma, my dear Paramatma, please inspire this person to take this book, please inspire. And Lord says this is good only. So he will allow it to happen. So it's like that. So he is arranging the situation, but if you are desiring something good for others, Krishna allows it.
Yeah, but you see, it's especially when it comes to our praying for others that I'm concerned, because it just kind of feels like if I had not prayed, let's say somebody, maybe my friend is very ill, right? And I'm
Yeah,
praying for their good health. Of course, we always want what Krishna wants first,
yeah.
But I mean, if I had not prayed for my friend's good health, would Krishna not have seen to that good health of my friend?
See what happens now? He will suffer according to his karma. Krishna is only giving whatever the karma is there, he is going through it. But when we
Mm-hmm.
pray, then Krishna will reduce it. Krishna says, okay, if somebody is requesting to reduce it, say you have some punishment that are given by the government, and suddenly somebody comes and he appeals, can it be reduced? And the government may consider, the judge may consider, okay, says
Are you still talking, Prabhu? I don't know. Mm.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, you're back. I think you're back. Yeah. So yeah, if my friend has to go through karma, even if I request, right, then Krishna may not, if he feels that it's not best for his sickness to be reduced or eliminated, then he will not do. He will not, right?
See, something Krishna will do. Prayer will not go waste. Any prayer don't go waste. He will get something. He will get either peace of mind or something will reduce for him. It does not go waste. All prayers will be addressed. But the way it is addressed, we may not know. But the
Okay.
living entity may not come out of that suffering, but he may get something. Krishna will do something for him. It's not waste. So we, even if you pray for your friend, it looks like Krishna did not immediately cure it, but Krishna took note of it. He said, okay, I will see that something will happen to good for him in future. If not, you are praying for him. So this pain, he cannot immediately, I cannot relieve him from this, but something I'll do good for him in future like that.
Okay. Okay. Also, Prabhu, going back to the hot sand versus cutting the legs analogy, right?
Yeah,
So, um, I just want to make sure that I understand properly that, when we tolerate, let's say, material, not getting
pleasure.
material, yeah, pleasure, then that's like hot sand, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if we engage, it's hot sand because we don't like it, But, I mean, we want
yeah,
material pleasure, but we tolerate not getting it.
yeah.
But if we do engage, then it's like cutting legs because is binding us to birth, death, disease, old age.
Old age, and not only that, then we want to further enjoy. We get more bad sanskaras, we more conditionings, and so many other things will happen because of one enjoyment. Then you want to increase the enjoyment. then, then, then old age comes by the time you enjoy everything and finish.
And for those who say, well, not everybody, has to deal with old age because some people die young. So your answer would be, well, okay, maybe not in this life old age, but in next life it's coming. Would that
No,
be
that
the
death is
answer?
also very painful. See, like say you are eating nice your favorite pizza, half you eat, and somebody snatched remaining half. Will you feel pleasure? Ray, I didn't eat also. You took away in between. You're already expecting I'll eat whole pizza, and suddenly somebody snatched you. It is more painful only. Even the death which people have prematurely before becoming old age, not that they are enjoying. They also suffer. "Arey, I could have enjoyed more. My enjoyment is taken away." It's like that. You ate half ice cream and somebody snatches. No, how much painful it
Yeah,
will be.
yeah, but that's death. But death is
But even
always
that is
being.
also painful, na? If you didn't, if you are, say, if you are eating some simple khichdi and somebody takes away, said, okay, khichdi only I lost, not a problem. But
Mhm.
you are so much attached to some very favorite item, it is taken, and you are really prepared to enjoy it from 1 week. You are making all arrangements, and then, so the pain is more, even if a devotee leaves his body premature, like if you say in a very young age also, his pain is less because he was not attached to anything. But I'm
Mhm.
attached, my girlfriend, my property and all, then immediately it is, that is more painful than old age and death also, because the pain comes very bad.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, and then we said that devotees don't fear death because they're going back home, but uh, um, they're not necessarily going back home after the present life. So they may
No,
fear
they are
death.
becoming closer to Krishna.
Well,
They may
that's
not go
different.
back home, but we are becoming closer to Krishna, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought you meant, but I just wanted to confirm. Um, okay, just one last thing, Prabhu. When you're comparing Bhakti Siddhanta to Narada Muni, and we were saying that Narada Muni, he did not have to deal with old age, but Bhaktisiddhanta did. But Bhaktisiddhanta's his body was purely spiritual. So when you say that he didn't have to deal with old age, you mean like in the apparent way, no? Or
Ah, yes, apparently. See, then all the Goswamis Prabhupada is telling, na, in the old age they took. And even Prabhupada himself is telling that at 75, 80 also one can remain young. So what does it mean is they're young in terms of their mind. It is always fresh because they've practiced bhakti and celibacy. Like that. Externally, bodily, they are showing. But even in Narada Muni's case, even external body is also not old. It is always young. He's very young.
Yeah, and when we say in terms of the mind, you remain youthful means, can you elaborate? The mind is
Like
youthful means.
Prabhupada is giving this example. The Goswamis, they wrote so many literatures. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, such a valuable composition. And even Prabhupada is writing so many books at that old age. So
Uh,
they were not affected by, like in old age people, they have all the problems.
yeah,
They get not to
dementia
move and
and so on.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all these things. So it is not
Hmm.
affecting them. They are fresh and young in terms of their mind. They are always even at that old age.
Yeah, so even when their body is, completely incapacitated,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's it's not, let's say, diseased, in it's not a material kind of disease. It's just a, I don't know how you would say, just
Even they may have some disease also, but does not matter. Like Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he lived 140 years, something like that. And
yeah.
then it was almost more than 100 years when they took him to the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he jumped from the basket and he started dancing. No, who
Mm-hmm.
cannot walk is dancing. So
Mm-hmm.
that means they are transcendental. They can come out of the situations if they want, and they will be the external. There will be some changes because of the time effect and old age effect, but mentally they are not. So that is very much. There are diseases may also get, like Prabhupada also became sick, and some devotees, like devotees, they are getting cancers and all, but we should also know that that is bodily effect, but mind is always with Krishna for them. So that is most important. How our mind is, where our mind is situated, where our consciousness is, that is where we are. If our mind is with Krishna, then you are in Goloka. No matter you may have sick body or healthy body, but where our mind is, that is where we are going. That is where the soul is, right?
Yeah, and of course their body is never in that condition by the by any modes or anything. Is Krishna's, is a transcendental Krishna's arrangement. Not It's not something that comes about due to the modes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Even though it appears the same as maybe some other material body, but it's never the same.
Yes.
Okay, Boo. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Can we pray for our children? Yes, we can. We should pray actually. Prayers are always good and it is important to pray. Prayer will make our heart soft and good. So we should pray whomever we are connected to, or at least for somebody we should pray in every day. So that will help us to remain in a proper state. So, okay, thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.